Welcome to the latest Magnorail Moves Lego video. We're going to show how we can bring your Lego city alive with the magic of Magnorail. Today we're focusing on the wheelchair and skateboard, which are unique in this set, and as my grandson Toby has a wheelchair, I thought he'd appreciate seeing a Lego one moving about the layout. Although I don't want to see him doing stunts off a ramp like the kid in the picture. He'd probably try it though, knowing him. The Lego wheelchair is a great little unit. I tried to get the left arm hovering above the wheel, but it either grips it and stops the wheel or it goes too high, so I'll probably have to do a bit of surgery later, as I think it would look cool if it looks as though he is actually pushing the wheel along. To attach magnets, we had to employ a special jumper plate for two reasons. The first was that there was only one stud to attach to, and secondly we need two magnets along the length of the underside, so the jumper gives us the one stud connection and then two options underneath for attaching magnets. At the time I only had a black jumper, but obviously if you can get colour coordinated jumpers, it would be better. The two magnets sit perfectly into the slot, as they're just about 5mm wide and 4.73mm deep, giving just enough clearance above the road bed. The next step is to get the polarity of the magnets right, so I've got a little jig set up for my system with the track magnets running north-south and north being on top. So by dropping a magnet on top of the jig, I know that north is facing up. To make sure I don't forget though, I use a permanent marker and colour the top in. Next step is to secure the magnets with super glue, as we do not want any neodymium magnets coming out when children may be playing with the units. I find the gel-based super glue best, as it's so much easier to control. Having coloured the top of the magnets, we know that the south polarity needs to face down to the track, therefore the north polarity has to be embedded in the jumper, so the coloured side is hidden. So if you see the coloured side, you're on the wrong end. Next, the skateboarder. The clearance between the road surface and the board's base is 6mm, so we need to get a magnet in a holder that would be a total of about 5.5mm. The magnets we used were 5.08mm wide and 4.74mm tall. The same marking method for polarity was used. The magnet holders were clear round plates. Once again, the magnets were super glued in place, and then the plates were super glued into the base. Note the clearance for the skateboarder between the magnets and the road surface, just enough to grab the track magnets but not to scrape on the road surface. The next step is to get the track magnets to match the smaller footprint of the wheelchair and skateboard. The R-links are the way to make it happen out of the blue chains. Attach a standard track magnet, which is the 3mm square or round, with the polarity facing up, the north polarity, into the square cavity, but the second small circular cavity is part of the interlock system for the chains. So you can only use a shallow magnet so it does not interfere with the swivelling action when the links go around the corners. And so we have it. Two unique Lego vehicles travelling through your Lego town. It's a real treat watching them, and I'm looking forward to seeing this being launched at Brickvention in Melbourne in January. But otherwise, if you're watching this after that event, I'm sure you'll still enjoy it and be challenged to get your Lego moving with the magic of Magnorail.